Your Majesties, distinguished authorities, dear teachers, good afternoon. I first met Bhakti when she was 6 and I was 8. It happened during those Sunday afternoons spent watching movies at home. One scene never left my mind. Bhakti secretly taking some eggs to trade for a tattered notebook in a dusty market, and even then, the trade wasn't enough to include a pencil. That little girl was facing a whole universe that denied her the right to learn, the right to knowledge. The film I am referring to is titled Buddha Collapsed Out of Shame. It tells the story of that Afghan girl fighting against everything and everyone just to be taught. Of course, back then, I had no idea what was or is happening in that country. Yet, Bhakti inspired me, don't laugh, to go to my 3rd grade class every morning with renewed enthusiasm. We are here today because we care about education. And I want to tell you that as I have read about what education means and all its implications, I have come to understand its vast scope and immense complexity. Ibercaja and its foundation have long prioritized the work of teachers, providing tools and ideas, and fostering networks and community so that Spanish teachers can continue to make a decisive contribution to our society's development and progress through education. No one chooses to teach for money or recognition. You know this well, as do we all, even the youngest among us. We are aware of the problems: bullying, a loss of authority, disputed pay, school dropouts, classroom ratios, students with special needs, excessive bureaucracy, funding issues, and educational inclusion. It is worth recalling the 3 words that Carlos López Oín, a teacher from this region, attributes to the art of education, which goes far beyond the mere task of teaching: respect, curiosity, and commitment. Speaking of education, or the educational system, is a vast undertaking. It encompasses so much. That is why in every center and every school, there is a teacher, often exhausted, who, despite the difficulties, keeps trying to reach our hearts and minds, one student at a time. Whether in urban or rural settings, with novice or veteran teachers, and across schools of all types, public, state-subsidized, or private, there is always a teacher defending that sacred time for learning, where, with calm, it helps us understand the world, develop our own judgment regarding reality, and create our own hopeful and enthusiastic outlook. I saw this firsthand this morning here at La Cogulada. I saw that look in the eyes of our exemplary teachers. They are not merely transmitters of knowledge, but mentors who walk alongside their students. Diego, Clemin, Belén, Christian, Mercedes, congratulations to all the runners-up. I will not take this time to discuss varied methodologies, new pedagogies, the debate on artificial intelligence in education, values-based education, assessment systems, the importance of emphasizing skills and competencies, or structuring curricula around the humanities and philosophy, or even attention, memory, concentration, and cognitive capacity. That is quite a dense list. To me, the teaching profession holds a value and relevance that go beyond the strategic and touch upon the essential, beyond pedagogical fads, current trends, or market demands, beyond whether students pay more attention to a random online reel or a classroom explanation, beyond the noise, whether real or manufactured. There is a day in our childhood, a day in the classroom, that we never forget, a moment when, while we are still capable of wonder, a teacher says something to us that stays with us forever. It might be, "You are intelligent," or "Have you read this book?" or "Have you thought about?" Or even, "You asked the right question." It could also be a seemingly simple, yet well-reasoned conversation, uninterrupted and respectful of the unhurried pace. Many of us believe that yours is one of the best professions in the world, one that deserves far greater appreciation. It carries immense responsibility and involves sowing seeds of hope for the future. Therefore, it merits respect, resources, and full recognition. These grants and this community of teachers embarking on a new journey today are proof of that. I am truly grateful to have been welcomed here, allowing my first public address to be part of this journey. Thank you very much.